Hello, creative mind. Welcome to Style by Marvel Greg. And on today's project, I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful dress, which was inspired by the sleeveless dress that you see there on the right and left. But I added a little twist to mine, which is the sleeve that you see here. So if this looks like what you're interested in, do well to stick with me to the end as I'll be showing you how to come about this beautiful dress. So if you want yours without sleeve or with sleeve, you will be learning two things. So for this dress, you need about 2.5 to 3 yards, depending on your size. So I've gone ahead to fold for the front. We're cutting the upper part first. So from my starting line, I located my bust point. Then I also located my waistline and hip line. So for the hip line, I'm working with 26 inches. So you can, from your waistline, you can mark about 9 to 10 inches downwards or just measure your hip points. So for my shoulder, I'll mark the shoulder I'm working with. I'll come down by 1.5 inches for my slope. Then I'll locate my chest line. Then I'll connect. Then I'll get the midpoint and go out by 0.5 inches. Then I'll mark my round bust measurement at that point and I'll just connect with my free hand. Then I'll be adding extra 2 inches. This is a free dress. We don't want it too tight. So at my waistline, I marked my round waist measurement divided by 4 and I added extra 2 inches as well. I did same for my hip line. Round hip measurement divided by 4 and extra 2 inches. 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for stitching allowance. So this, I'm cutting this now for the front, okay? And I'm going to be marking a neckline of 4 inches by 3 inches for the front. So we are cutting for the front. This is the front piece. Then I'll connect my shoulder slope just like so. So that's basically all. So at the hemline, I just curved it a little bit so it's not so sharp, just to give it a curvy shape at that point. Next is to cut out. We're done cutting for the front piece. So I added extra 0.5 inches, which is going to serve as joining allowance when I'm joining the shoulders of the front and the back. So next we're going to place this on a back piece to enable us to cut for the back. So for the back of this dress, I'm adding a zipper. So I'll be leaving about 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance. So I'm adding a zipper to this dress. So I had about 1.5 inches like that. So that's basically the difference between the front and the back. And I'm also going to be showing you how I did the front as well. So I'll extend my waistline to the back, then I'll go in by 1 inches. This is to take out gaping for the back, and I'll just slant it upwards and downwards just like so. Then for the depth of the neckline for the back, I came down by just 1 inches and I'll connect like so. So after connecting, the next step is to quickly just cut this out just like I'm doing. So I'll cut this out and I'll notch where my zip is going to begin from. I'll notch the upper part and the down part. Then I'll cut out the other side all same. Then after that, I'm going to be notching my waist point because this dress is going to have a belt at the waistline. So I notched my waist point just like so. So next now is to go ahead and begin stitching. And the first thing we're going to do is to include our zipper for the back. I'll include my zipper for the back and I'll come back. So I was done here imputing my zipper for the back, and this is what it looks like. I also cut out an interface in which I used to close up the edges for the neckline of the back as well. So I'll iron it much later with hemming gum. So for the front wear, what I did for the front, I'll take out my interfacing for the front and I'll get the midpoint. Then I'm going to be like imputing like a design in the front part, just like this. You can see I folded it. I have about 3 inches. I included paper stay on it and I folded it just like this. And I'm going to be fixing it at the upper part and I'll stitch it just on one side. So you can decide to stitch one side, or you can decide to use a hemming gum to just gum it in place at the center point. So ensure that you iron the front piece. So I'll iron my front piece to get the midpoint of my front piece. So iron it just a little so that your center can just align and it will just give you a mark where you can now fix your, it's just like a pretend button allowance kind of, because there's going to be a button to this dress. So after stitching, I'll turn out with my interfacing. So this is what it looks like. I just stitched one side and I've stitched my interfacing on it. And the next step is to join our shoulders for both the back and the front. So I'm doing it lining, and fabric, just to have a neat edge. So I'll stitch that in place for both shoulders and I'll come back to show you. So I was done stitching. So this is what it looks like at the back. This is the back and this is what it looks like at the front. So the next step now is to close up my sides. So but because I'm going to be adding like a little sleeve on it, so this part is optional. You can decide to do without it. This is just my preference. So I have about 19 inches by 19 inches and I'll just tie it to give it like a bow kind of design. So if you want yours to be sleeveless, just like I explained at the beginning of this video, you can decide to just close up your dress and attach the down part and skip the sleeve part. So this sleeve part is just to cover up the arm a little bit. So I'm just trying to get it the design that I want. So it's just an easy sleeve, yeah. Just tie it and ensure that the bow is sitting properly. Then I'll go ahead and attach the other side to my sleeve. So after I was satisfied with what I have, you can see that I'm doing it numerous times because I just want to ensure that the tied part is not so visible. So by the time I was done and satisfied with what I have, I'll attach it to my sleeve. So I'll just measure about 2.5 inches down, and from there I'll begin attaching my sleeve. So you can decide to pleat it, but I ended up losing the pleat because I didn't really like the outcome. So I ended up not pleating and just stitching it all the way around because I felt it was better than the pleated part. So I'll stitch it at the other side as well, and I'll do this for the other sleeve part. So this is how it's going to be like by the time I'm done. So I was done here and I also went ahead to pipe it with my bias tape. So next now is to close up our main dress. And as we are closing up, we're going to attach our belt. So for the belt I used is about 30 inches long and about 5 inches wide. So by the time I fold it, I was left with about 2 inches, because 1 inches, I used 1 inches to join it together. So here I was done stitching, and this is what we have. Our dress is almost ready. So the next part now is to measure the down part of our dress, so we know how we're going to gather the other part, that is the down part of this dress. So for the down part, I'm making use of this fabric here. So my length is about, I think I had a length of about 16 inches, yes. So it depends now on how long you want your dress to be. So you can measure, for instance, my 25 inches that I marked at the upper part, you just minus it from your full length of your dress to get what you need for this down part. So for here, the length I had about 2.5 yards, and I'm going to make a gather stitch all the way upper part to fit into the dress. So but before I make the gather stitch, I'll close up the sides of my dress first of this fabric, and I'll gather it. So this is what we have. Next is to attach it to the upper part. So this part I closed is going to be sitting at the zipper side that I closed, and I'll go ahead and stitch everything in place. So this is what we have. You can see our dress is already. Next is to just impute our buttons, and you have yourself a lovely dress. Like I said, you can do without the sleeve, and it also come out really nice. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.